And y'all doing good, man. You know, our brothers then, sometimes brothers be, it's just because different brothers, you know what I'm saying? They start off, they learning and they be nervous. And, they'll be done with their class in 30 minutes. All right. But y'all, I see y'all can carry a class. You want to keep that. Okay. But keep that too for camp. Okay. All right. Because you're going to be at camp and you're going to get told, all right, Doc, wrap it up. 1 minute, 5 minutes, wrap it up. You're going to get told that so much that you're going to be like, oh, man, all right. Okay. Because you're going to be at camp. You're going to get to a point where you just gone. Like, I'll be at camp. I'll be feeling bad. I'll be like, let me not take all the brothers' time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be at camp and I just go in. And then something pop off. Oh, man. Because, we don't do personal attacks. Okay, we don't single out people or call people out, but okay, when they engage us, okay, and then you still want to gauge it, all right, okay, your officers are 50, just wait till y'all get some rank to, you feel what I mean? Okay, I did good. I think it was Hayala or was it Sabayab? So I think it was both of y'all. Somebody approached the camp, immediately speak to the captain. Okay. We'll have the table out there when we get enough brothers. Questions at the table. Speak to the captain. The captain is on y'all. You get what I'm saying? It shows a discipline that they will never see anywhere except in the ISUPK. Even cops don't do that, but cops are supposed to do that. They're supposed to refer somebody complaining to whoever's highest rank, but they don't do that. They'll engage, and that creates something over here. Okay, that's why the ISUPK is so disciplined. I keep doing that. Okay, but once you get that rank and somebody engaged and all that, now this is a teaching moment. But you got to be wise about it. Okay, all right. You don't want to get embarrassed. Okay, and be caught off not knowing the scripture or not knowing what the person talking about or this or that. Okay, all right. That's why I brought the Yugoslavian into it. So I was like, this will be good. You feel what I'm saying? Right? What does it mean to reveal? If I said reveal your eyes, now he took his shades right off. He don't speak no English, but he knew what that meant. Okay, so we want to keep that type of wow. All right, but y'all doing good, man. So just keep the classes going. Okay. All right. This is the scripture breakdown class. ISUPK, Upstate New York. ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Commanding General Yohana is the man authorized and set up by the Most High to lead Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans back to the Most High in Christ. We are the priests and prophets. We are the organization, not associated with anybody else. We are to ourselves an entity of our own. We believe this Bible. Okay? We believe the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh is his name. Our people are the 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people. The so-called Blacks, the so-called West Indians, the so-called Haitians, the so-called Hispanics, the so-called Latinos, the so-called natives, the so-called indigenous people of North, Central, and South America. Okay. And with that, we are the priests and prophets to teach this Bible. Okay. And that's another thing too, Akim, right? You always can start off like that. The water. Okay. So wash your hands, the water. And make sure everybody gets something to eat, okay? When you start off the class like that, how we do our introduction, if you don't have a topic, your introduction became your topic. You just expound off of that. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Everything that we say, people question. Why is Commanding General Yohana? How come he got to be the leader? You feel what I mean? He go right into on that. Anything. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Scripture breakdown class. You have scriptures. If you have scriptures or questions, you can type them in on the chat. Shalom, sis. To all the brothers, shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Baruch. To all the sisters, shalom, Yahweh Shema Alafah Bashim Yahweh Shai. You can type them in the chat. The questions, put them in the chat. All right. We always do classroom first. So we'll do the class first. Any questions in the class? Any questions? Okay. Any scriptures? Even if it's topical. Okay. Somebody hit that light, Baba Kushal. This light's not on. So you know Haryala?
Caliban.
Okay.
I had a question.
I only need 3 pieces. Make sure those brothers get some. Go out. Go ahead, Naharyala.
I got a question about Psalms 147 and verse 19.
Okay, let's get to it. All right. That 147?
Caliban.
Okay.
Verse 19 and 20. And the question is, for teaching purposes, should I stay within the topic of this, or could this be used in multiple different discussions, like as far as like the other nations?
Okay, let's see what we got. Okay.
Was that a clear question?
You saying can you use it in other scriptures pertaining to other nations?
Yeah. Well, just like outside of the topic, the topic, the Most High is racist. This fits that. Could it fit in any other topic?
Okay.
As far as the other nations.
Okay.
Talking about the other nations.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what we can gather from it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Call it out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. I got it.
Come.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Okay. All right. Read it all the way through, and then you break it down.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Okay. Go ahead. What does 19? Because first you want to get the understanding. Like if you're teaching a class or you at camp and you're using this preset, or for right now, because people are listening to the class, they want to be edified. They want to be edified, so they have to learn what this means. So let's break down what it means. First, what you've learned from Commanding General Yohana, right? What the generals have taught us from Commanding General Yohana, what you learned from the captains, what you've learned from the officers, right? Okay, so let's get the breakdown up front. Go ahead.
He showed his word unto Jacob. That's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Us today, us in the past, us forever. His word was shown to us and given to us. And it's also talking about the Bible, the law, the statutes, and the commandments. I'm gonna say his word, and even Yahweh Shai too, revealing the revelation of Yahweh Shai being revealed to us in these last days. It says his statutes and his judgments unto Israel, as far as like our punishments and the consequences for breaking the law.
Okay.
And when you look at our history, it lines up exactly what the punishments in the Bible would be.
Okay. Do it line for line when you're explaining it.
Okay.
You're right. But first, talk about his statutes. Okay. Because you just did the judgments and you're right. But break down statutes first because it's okay. People won't open their Bible and go to the scripture. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to walk them through it. Remember, the average brain, I forget what it is. It's like what, 20 seconds? Holds an attention span for like 20 seconds, maybe a minute. How long is a commercial? Sabayab, how long is a commercial on TV?
Like 2 minutes.
That's a long commercial.
Yeah.
A commercial is like 30 seconds. The average commercial is 30 seconds. And everybody knows that because 30 seconds, they get their message out, what they want you to buy, what you can get, how you can get it in 30 seconds. You feel what I'm saying? So we want to be like that in the sense of how we break things down. Let's go right down, walk it right down the street. Okay. So you write about judgment, but do his statutes first.
Okay. His statutes, as far as like the law and things about the law, like for instance, the clean and unclean animals, the statutes would be the swine is unclean to us. We were given those statutes to not eat swine, not the other nations, just specifically us. And,
now you breaking, now you saying, see, when we go against that, that's why it says his judgments. Okay, all right. Okay, what is the judgment? And then you breaking it down like you said. Okay, that's us being punished, or that's us being rewarded. You know what I'm saying? You can use yourself as an example. You can use brothers and sisters that come into the truth. Man, I ain't eat pork in 2 years, and I feel better. I look better. Y'all see my beard growing? That's because I stopped eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. You just explaining these things. Okay? So you always want to just go right down the line, his statutes, and like you did, you start talking about food, the dietary laws, and his judgments. So since you brought that example up, stay right there. That way the attention span ain't over here. Okay? And it's different for them when they hear ISUPK because they're not listening to a Christian anymore. When they talk to a Christian, what do Christians do when they talk? What they do, Nahayala?
Do a lot of justifying, a lot of bouncing around.
Thank you. There you go. They bounce all over the place. Christians, Muslims, everybody. All they do is just bounce all over the place. You can't stay right here. I'll be talking about abortion. You know what people say? Well, y'all want to adopt? Who want to adopt? Where the adoption at? Don't nobody want to adopt. They need to go down there and adopt. That's not the topic. But it's a deflection. That's all Christians do, is deflect. Talk about something else. You be right here. You be like, oh, Jesus is black. Jesus is black. Jesus is a black man. Well, the spirit then fell upon this one, the spirit on that. Well, you're not talking about what I'm talking about. Let's just stay right here. So that's perfect how you talked about unclean foods, clean and unclean food, and you just stay right on it. See, that's that 30 seconds attention span. You right here. And that's when people say, what about the ISUPK? Nah, them brothers know the Bible. They smart. They stay, because they go to the Christian church. It's not even about the Bible. It's just about something off the wall. They just all over the place. But when they hear us, they're like, nah, man, you can't touch them brothers. They know the Bible, man. They know what they talking about. And you'll be surprised how you'll just stay on topic and it gets brothers and sisters to go, yo, I never knew that. Okay? Keep going, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just showing you. Yep. Yep.
And his judgments unto Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20. he have not dealt so with any nation. Now, this right here explaining as far as like the laws and the statutes and the punishments that was received into us wasn't received to nobody else. So like how the heathen they eat up that pork, they chop up that pork, they touch that pork, they spin that pork on like a rotisserie, and nothing happens to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would happen to us.
Like it would happen to us. There you go. I want to explain that. Okay. Because the Lord's still going to deal with them, but it's not the same as how he deals with us. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Asian people eat pork every day. They eat shrimp, crab, and lobster every day. But who has diabetes and high blood pressure? We do. You get what I'm saying? Now, when the Most High want to punish them, he will do it. That COVID-19 was because they over there eating bats. If you go in the list, I don't know if they shut that page down. They might have shut our old ISUPK Syracuse YouTube page down. I think we got it somewhere though in the archive. I was teaching a class. I think it was like in November, October or November of 2019. I know what was going on in Asia. I'm teaching a class. And a brother was in the class. And I said, Nate, give me some unclean food. So he gave the normal unclean foods. And I said, do you know bat is unclean? He's like, yeah. But well, who could eat bat? I said, I pulled up this thing. Brother, they in China right now eating bats. A month later, they just came out with the whole COVID-19 for eating bats. You feel what I'm saying? So when the Lord wants to use them and punish them, he will. Okay? But like you said, when we do it, it's a different level. Okay? All right? Edomites do every drug you can think of. I've seen it. I went to college. I'm with college students, rich families that's paying them to go to college. And they open the door. Come on in, man. We're in here having a party. They got lines of cocaine everywhere. I'm like, what? Lines, and they crush up all the pills that we use now. You know, we didn't use pills back in the day. All them pills that we use now, they was crushing them up, snorting everything. I said, let me get up out of here. I said, y'all a bunch of crackheads. Crackheads? We're not crackheads. Yeah, y'all sniffing crack. It's crazy, man. Right? But they ain't in hell like we in hell. When we on crack, it's over for us. Am I right or wrong? We become a zombie. Do they commit crimes? Hell yeah. Was this a couple of Edomites up north? Yeah. But when they go home, they home. That's it. They go get their programs and everything, and they become the counselors of the program. Running the program. Karam Yala told me. Karam Yala 25 years clean, 30 years clean for drugs. And he said, all the people that run the programs are ex-addicts that are Edomites. He said, as soon as they get off the drug for like a year, they get a full job. They the counselor, physician, the psychiatrist, they got everything. Us, we just keep going back just to stay off. They won't give us no jobs like that. Okay? The Lord is saying it right here. Like you said, he have not dealt so with any nation. Go ahead.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Kind of like we was just saying about how they don't know, like even captivity. Like they don't know about being in captivity for such a long period of time. They don't know about being oppressed, losing everything, their history, everything. Like when they lose their history, they purposely hide it. Mm-hmm. We just have no clue who we are. Mm-hmm. They'll tell you.
Yep.
The caucus mom.
Nothing, right? You're right. Now, go back. You can use this, right, to also explain that the other nations don't understand the Bible. This scripture says that. You feel what I'm saying? He have not dealt so with any nation, meaning this Bible, even when they try to read it or try to get it, They can't understand the law, statutes, and commandments. They can't understand Christ. That's why they can't take Christ being black. Right? He got to be from the Middle East, and yeah, he had a tan. Nah, he was black. They can't take that because they can't. They not. The Lord's saying, I ain't give it to them. Meaning, I ain't give them that spirit to understand this. Okay, so that's one that you can use, like that. Okay,
that was kind of what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Something different, like not exactly like he's racist or anything, but something like right along those lines. Could it be used?
About the law. Say, for instance, you're talking about the law. You do the breakdown for the law. Go into that, and then you come here. You see, the law isn't for them. How it's for us. They don't understand the law. What's an example of that? What's a great example of that?
Not grow out your beard.
Good one. That's a good one. So you want to use that. What's another example?
Stay away from blood. Like food with blood in it.
Right. Elaborate.
Like we some of us naturally just don't even like it, but they think the blood gives it flavor. And they don't understand how disgusting it is. Even how they clean themselves, they don't understand how disgusting it is and stuff like that. So, kind of like even like with shaving their beard, they think shaving their beard means they're clean.
Right.
But we look at it exactly opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because ever since I started growing my beard, when I see a man without a beard,
it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And you're right. A beard cleans your face. It keeps a man's face clean. The Most High gave us a beard. One of the reasons, the main reason is to show that we're men. Okay? But another reason was to show, to keep our face because we're at war. Or we're in the field or we working. So it keeps that dust down off of your face on your beard, and you can just brush it off your beard. So like you said, it actually keeps you cleaner to have a beard. Okay. And a woman isn't supposed to do those jobs. That's why she doesn't have a beard on her face. She ain't supposed to be digging ditches and you know what I'm saying? Working with these animals, throwing bodies of animals everywhere, things like that. Okay. That's why. That's one of the reasons why. So you take all these things. The one thing that I was looking for though is to show the fake Jew from the real Jew. Right? Okay. And you can use that here. The fake Jew can't keep the law. A fake Jew doesn't keep the law. I just told the brother that just dropped us off. I told him, I said, do you know they have the largest gay pride parade where?
In
Tel Aviv, Israel. They can't keep the law. The fake Jew can't keep the law. They got kosher pork. They said a rabbi prayed over it. Okay. Shout out to Nahar Yala. That was some good unleavened bread. You a real Jew. You a real Jew. A fake Jew has to put baking soda or baking powder in. He has to. They changed their whole laws. They said it's okay to put that in it. They do everything. They can't keep the law. They can't understand this Bible. Okay, all right. They'll put shoestrings on a button up. They'll put some shoestrings on it. Okay, what we do. Okay, what's another way you can look at this precept though? Like you said.
Like as far as the nations, because Jake's favorite thing to do is try to save these nations.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's our number one thing. Well, what about everybody? Like, could this be used as a teaching?
Yes, it could.
To let them know it's not about everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you want to go to precepts that say it exactly. But if you just want this as a backdrop to pull out, go right ahead. You done already gave him that precept, gave him this precept. And by the way, he only deals with Jacob, who is Israel. You can do that too. Okay? You can show them that Jacob and Israel is the same. Okay, all right. Oh, this might be a hard one to catch. Why would that be important right now? To show that Jacob is Israel. What do people call themselves now? What do Christians like to call themselves now? I got you. Get quite design.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Spiritual Israelite.
Ah, very good. There's no such thing as a spiritual Israelite because it says it right here. Jacob, Israel. Okay. It's making that connection. You're going to ask them, was Jacob a physical man? They're going to say yes. Oh, okay. The scripture says, Jacob, he showeth his word unto Israel. You see that? Jacob and Israel is the same thing. So that physical man showing that it's a physical Israel. Israel is the product, the descendants of Jacob. Okay, so you can make that connection. Okay, but yeah, you can use those three. What you had three? You said the Most High is a racist, or he chose Israel. He doesn't love everybody because he only gave his word to Israel. That's a good one. That's a good one because Christians love to call Christ what? You said it already.
Say he there for everybody.
Yeah, that. But what do they love to call him? And it's scriptural. You said it. You said it in the beginning of this question. Christ is the what? What's John 1:1?
Oh, it's the word. No, it's the word. No, it's the word.
You can show them Christ is not for everybody. Because he's gonna say, listen here, brother. The word came in flesh and he came for all. It says he showed his word unto Jacob. Just like you said. So that's another one. Yeah.
That was really the question.
Okay.
It could be used
The water.
like an example for other.
But you want to just use those key scriptures first. Because of what? What did we talk about?
Because our attention.
Thank you. Not y'all. Y'all good. Y'all don't know how to take a check. Y'all hear con out of one. Y'all say con out of one con. Y'all know how to come back. I say, nah, y'all don't go to that precept. You say con. You'll turn back to the other precept. Right. You're right. Your attention span has changed now. Because you've been brainwashed. You've been renewed. Now let this mind be in ye as it is in Christ Jesus. That's what that's talking about. You think Yahweh Shai was going crazy, bouncing from topic to topic with the Most High? Nah, he just got the order and he did it. You're right, though, because their attention span is so short. Okay, so give them the hard one first. They cut, boom. They can't run from it. Because it's like a fight. A fight lasts how long? Thank you. Thank you. If that. A real actual fight ain't going to last long. You train for a fight that's going to last 3 hours, 2 hours. That's how we going. Y'all about to see it. You're going to train to battle for hours. That's your conditioning. When a real fight, 30 seconds to a minute. Right or wrong. Might be quicker than that. If the Lord is with that brother, bang, it's over. Or you caught him in the right spot, or you pushed him up on something, or he done slipped at the same. If he slipped, the Lord is with you. The Lord don't like that nigga. This nigga about to fight, and he slipped, and you you fall on him, it's over. You see what I'm saying? So you want to do that first. You want to hit the Christian or hit the blasphemous bastard with the hardcore precept first. Boom. Okay, but this perfect to go there after that. Yeah. Okay, the water. You have one Sabayat?
come.
Okay. Let the brother get to it.
It's pretty much it's a breakdown as well, but also how to again for teaching purpose as well, to how to explain to you know, people that still are people still in the world, like the Jacob who so far basically the serpent that came onto Eve.
Okay.
You know how I mean, because again, even before being out there and going to Christianity, sometimes we us not knowing that this is our book, we think we have that imagination mindset when they come with, we really think it was like a snake,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was really an apple and so forth, so forth. But coming to here, we are knowing that it's our book. The same way how we really trace, somebody snaked us, or you know, it's not really a snake,
Right.
and also knowing that when they ate from the apple, it was
Okay.
different doctrines.
All right, get the preset.
Okay,
That way you can do the breakdown of it. All right, like you're doing, because you're doing the breakdown of it right now.
You go to Genesis 3.
You want to start with right with verse 1. Yeah. Okay. So call it again so that everybody can go get it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Or Aquafins have it.
Hold one moment.
Come.
Let me grab it for everybody. Okay, call it one more time so like you.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Or Aquafins have it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord, the Most High, had made.
Okay, go on.
And he said unto the woman, Yea, have God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
All right, perfect. Like you said, we'll stay right there. Okay. Now, what I've learned in the ISUPK is like, yo, phenomenal compared to what people learn in the world. This is priceless. Like these classes, we should pay. I mean, we should pay for them. We should charge for these classes. Certain information that you hear Commanding General Yohana say, General Mahiming's class, it's like a philosophical college course. Am I right or wrong? Because what we do is we really understand what this Bible is saying. And this Bible is a genius book. Because you use the word, Sabayab. You said people's imagination will get them to believe certain things. Right? That's a whole breakdown right there. Okay? Now, first with imagination, though, make sure everybody understands that you don't just come up with your own thoughts. Especially Jake. Jake loved to think he's an individual. Right? Especially the tribe of Judah. I know the other tribes is like that, but the tribe of Judah is like, they really think, yo, I thought of this, and this. Now, ain't nobody going to style like me. Ain't nobody going to rock it like me. Take a woman, right? Take a Judite woman. She thinks she going to go to this party and be the only person wearing what she's wearing. And when she's not, I hear sisters, oh, I'm hating on you, sis. Why? Because she feels something happened to her imagination. She came up with this. Your imagination is still created by the outside world. If I say, man, one day human beings can fly. Somebody thought that already, but what did they see? What did they see?
So flying.
No. Before they saw themselves flying, what did they see? Mariala?
A movie.
No. I'm not okay. I'm not talking about right now. I'm saying before in the past. What did they see?
Bird.
There you go, Sabaya. They saw a bird. So he saw that bird in the sky flying. He said, man, human beings could fly. Did he come up with that? Or was it something that he built off? Everything. So somebody's imagination, when they tell you they got this imagination, no, they was taught that. You were taught that this serpent was a snake with an apple in its mouth. Okay? I'll pull up the picture. All right, hold your peace. Y'all be quiet. I'll pull up a picture. Right? Because you about to break it down now. I type in serpent and Eve, and all these pictures pop up. Because every time this scripture was being broke down in Christianity by the oppressor, he had this picture as well. So this is what they say their imagination is. But the imagination was already there being taught to you. Or this serpent had had a conversation with Eve. Look at that. Okay? And Eve naked and a white woman. Right? So who did this? And you got some religions believe, you see this right here? Some religions believe that the serpent has sex with Eve. You hear that? You'd be like, what? Yep. Because who drew this picture? An Edomite. Who thinks of stuff like that? Who thinks of having sex with a snake and a serpent and an animal? Who thinks of stuff like that? Edomites. They live in the mountains. You said they was in the Caucasus Mountains. They didn't talk or nothing. They would they would eat any and everything. They had no law. They didn't have any rules. Adam and Eve had law and intelligence. They didn't have any clothes on. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Doc. Right from the jump. What did it say?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Okay. You go ahead. You do the breakdown.
Basically,
it says, now the serpent
was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. Which subtle is more like what? Cunning?
That's it. Yep. Means subtle, cunning, low. Okay. Meaning his mindset. Okay, like everything. Okay, go back to serpent first, and then we'll get to subtle.
Now the serpent.
Right. So break down serpent, like you said.
Well, it's not actually a snake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's more like a what you say, metaphor.
Not necessarily a metaphor, right? Okay, you could say metaphor, but you want to say more of a characteristic, the personality.
Yeah, pretty much. Like how I was saying, like this, knowing this our book, and understanding how we talk, and knowing that it's written by us as well. We say serpent, we talk about like, how we get snaked out here in the world.
Yeah. How we get what?
The snake.
Right. Okay. In the world, right? You don't even have to say in the world. We can just talk about our language. Okay. with our language, don't we name people after their characteristic? We do that all the time. Okay. What movie was it? With Tyrese and Megan Good. Waist Deep. What was his name? His nickname. Wasn't it O2?
Mm-hmm.
He said, they called me O2. See, like, why would they call you O2? He said, because I'll pop up on you and poof, I'll be gone. Niggas is like, oh, because that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. I remember back in the day, in the 90s, there's a cat on Midland. People used to call him Mouse. Why? When I found out, it was like when his family used to say he had a little face like a mouse. Right? Yeah. Okay. Somebody come around flashy all the time. You start calling him Money. Yeah, money. Yo, it's money. Because he come around and it's like he always got money on him. That's what we do. It's part of our language. How the hell did we get our names in the UPK? Huh? We did our trooper. We did our time here. We was in the classes. Somebody seen the spirit on this brother. Gave him a name based off of his character, his personality, how he acts. That can even be done in the negative. Nobody calls Tekashi 6ix9ine Tekashi 6ix9ine. What do they call him? The Rat. He did a rap video when he came home. I'm watching this rap video in amazement, like, how could he do this? And he had his face, while he's rapping, turn into a rat face. I say, yo, he's the Rat. So just like the brother said, this person will snake you. This is a snake. This is a serpent. A serpent. Now, when it says beast, don't we call people beast? Yo, he a beast. He a beast with that. Even if a woman is arguing or yelling or doing something, yo, she a beast. Or if she cook good, she a beast in that kitchen. Right. Beast of the field is talking about humans, the nations, people. And out of all people, this person right here, read it again.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the
That's
field.
it. Out of everybody else, he always thinking how. Some of y'all.
Pretty much how to get over it. How to trick, basically manipulate, connive someone, trick them.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect, brother. It's a snake. I'm watching Discovery Channel. This was years ago, and I still remember it. I watched this before I was in the truth, and I remember watching this on this Discovery Channel. It was following snakes around and how snakes live. Okay. This one specific snake only kills its prey at night when the temperature drops. Okay. The snake will go around where there was broken nut shells and some type of a nut, right? Will be on the ground. It will go in the bushes next to where this is on the ground. Hold your peace, or y'all gotta be separated. A mouse would come out. They got this all on camera. A mouse came out. Like it was daytime, and the camera, you know how the time elapsed? And so it says 5 hours later. That snake's still in the same bush, in the same spot. The camera got its eyes on the camera, and it's doing the infrared, so you can just see you know how the infrared camera look? You can see the things in the dark. Right. It lights up the figures in the dark. So all you saw was the eyes in the bush. This mouse comes out. It's nighttime now. And it's sitting there and it's eating the food off the ground, the nuts off the ground. And slowly, the snake starts circling around the mouse. Now the mouse starts to figure out something is going on, and the mouse stops. But remember, this snake did it when the temperature dropped. So the mouse at the same time, the water, brother said night vision. So the mouse at the same time is feeling some type of warmth. So the snake starts to wrap its body around the mouse. The mouse feels the snake slowly crossing his body. And you can tell the mouse is still confused, but it's warm now. He warming the mouse up to where the mouse now feels comfortable. This mouse is so comfortable that now it don't want to leave. Now when it starts to choke, now the mouse is like, oh, I gotta go. Is screaming, squealing, screaming, trying to break out, but it's too late. Because this snake knows cunningly, subtly, that if I warm you before I attack you, I got you. That is Esau to this day. Black people do not want to leave the hood, poverty, the ghetto, the gutter. Why? Because the drugs warm us. The hoes warm us. In a couple of dollars, they warm us up. This food warms us. Nah, y'all.
So like the food stamps make us forget.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I was about to say it. You said the word. That was my next one. The what?
The food stamps make us forget.
Thank you. Food stamps will make black people get, oh my goodness. The 1st to the 15th or whatever the food stamps come out. You know they do it 9 days because they following the alphabet. Your name, wherever that fitting on this. Yo, we'll take our food stamps, our EBT, and we'll compare it. And we'll go, what? What she getting? $600? Woo! And it ain't a sin. It ain't. I understand why our people do it. Because we poor as hell. We destroy. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, we like $600 in food stamps? Let me give 50 to 100. You hear that? But that's to make us think we ain't poor. When it's food stamps. It's going back to Esau. That macaroni and cheese you buying, that money going back to Esau. Go ahead, Sabayah. You was about to say something.
Well, I was also saying, like, even with the voting process, I know the voting thing.
Sabayah! Hold on, Sabayah. You saying something. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe Sabayah saying this. Sabayah about to hit y'all in the head. Say that again, brother.
The election of voting thing, we basically have power to who's going to be our president.
Give Sabayah a hand, yo. That was hard. That was heavy. They let us vote. And niggas think what? I'm an American. You don't vote? You don't vote? I'm better than you because I vote. He don't vote. Yep, stimulus checks. But that voting, that was a heavy one. To make you feel comfortable while he's destroying you. Because who gets the food stamps? That corner store run by another nation. Outstanding. Shalom, word. Shalom. Okay. Zion. See if the brother wants some. If we got some left, okay? Make sure you wash your hands and see if the brother wants some. Perfect. All you're doing when you breaking these scriptures down, we in Genesis chapter 3, bro.
You said Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis chapter 3. All you doing is the same thing our king did, Yahweh Shai. He just brought it to the people and broke it down. That's all he was doing. Not all he was doing, but that's what you're doing. You're following Christ. Commanding General Yohana follows Christ. You're following Commanding General Yohana. You're following the generals. Their teaching style comes from Christ. All you're doing is bringing it to the people. Just like how you brother said the EBT card, voting. You see how heavy that is? And then you just bring it to the people. This is Genesis. This is the first book of the Bible. It's 12,000 years old right here. Written by Moses a long time ago. But the way you say it, oh, yeah, he snaked me. Yeah, I know what a snake is. That's what that means. Yeah, brother said beast. Yeah, people's called beast. Call people your dog. That's a beast. You call people cat. It's a smooth cat. Feel what I'm saying? Right? The beast of the field. But this one here, just like Esau is doing today. So more subtle than any beast of the field. Keep going.
Which the Lord, the Most High, have made.
You see, the Most High made him like this. The Most High made this person like this. Okay? You got to understand the Bible is written in our language. It's poetic. It's poetic. Okay? The Most High made them like this. Okay? You want to keep bringing these things out. Like you said, people going to have an imagination, but they want that imagination. They was taught that imagination. Okay? For their own purpose, they want to have these imaginations. Because then they can say what? No, see, that's what it means to you, brother. But what it means to me is this. It might mean something different to her. So I always go to that person. I go, so why am I listening to you? Why are you talking then? Who the hell cares? They get mad because they're not used to hearing that. They're used to hearing, oh yeah, you're right. Speak how your mind wants to be. Speak on what your mind is. It's all right. God made us all. No. Either he made you righteous or he made you wicked. And some people, Most High just made wicked. He made the serpent, which is Satan, was a man. This was a man that walked into an area he wasn't supposed to be because the Most High sent him on that order. Satan gets order from the Most High. Christians don't believe that. Y'all do know that, right? Christians believe that Satan, the devil, is like right here with the Most High and they just fighting. Nope, not at all. Nope. The Most High saying, that brother right there, now he a good brother. Satan like, let me get in there. That happened to who? Say something. Job. Right there. Right? Straight up. You know, Job was written around the same time as Genesis. Okay? All right? For all those people that believe, I don't know what the hell they be believing. They believe Job was an Edomite. I don't know what that. Somebody said Job. Go ahead. Shalom.
This is more like a question. So like the New Testament, Moses wrote that, like get the scriptures from the Most High.
Okay. Moses wrote Genesis to Deuteronomy. He wrote the first 5 books. That's what Moses wrote. Okay. Moses wrote the first 5 books. Okay. Now, the other books will tell you who wrote them. Okay. Like the book of Jeremiah, that was Jeremiah, like what he heard from the Most High and how he was dealing with the people. And sometimes it was the prophets under Jeremiah. You get what I'm saying? Okay. But I'm saying Jeremiah because it'll be like if somebody said, oh, this letter came from Commanding General Yohana. It might have been a brother that wrote it for Commanding General Yohana that he approved and signed off and said this is a go. Okay. The letters in the New Testament, those was written by Peter, Paul, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Right. They wrote that. Right. We had scribes there. Okay. This is how we recorded our record. All right. Like when people say, oh man, the Freaknik ain't have social media. It did. We had his social media of his time. Magazines. Those cameras, the big old bulky box cameras. Yeah. Okay. So it was just a form. So it was just brothers there that was writing the stuff down.
I was talking to one of my worldly friends, right? And he'd be like trying to take knowledge from everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like 5%, the Quran, like. So I was telling him how I got the scar type. And he was like, "Oh, you went to the pastor?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he was telling me, "Yeah, you know that book, on copyrights." And I said, "What do that mean?" Like, they got the words came from the Most High. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah,
he trying to say this white man book.
We're gonna go into that next. Okay, that'll be a question for the class. That's a good one. Okay, and what you want to do with him is you just want to tell him he's a Christian. Even if he tell you something different, I have a conversation with him because it's going to get to him. It's going to get to him. Not to just have a fight, but to take a stance. Okay, all right. That's what I do. Okay, I'll be talking. He say he a Muslim, and we be talking, have a conversation. Then later on in the conversation, I'm like, "Yeah, you a Christian because such and such." He go, "No, brother, I ain't no Christian." Oh, okay, all right. So yeah, so what we do right now in ISUPK is we do this, and this. What y'all Christians do is he gonna get mad because he's gonna finally catch on. Everybody's a goddamn Christian. Everybody wants love for everybody. He wants to look. Everybody get along and hold hands. That's why he goes over here and over there and over here. I like him from that brother. And as soon as y'all come in here, say for instance, he came to class. I'm gonna come back to you, Salakia, brother. Say for instance, he come to class, right? And I go, Nahayala, hit this light. He gonna look at that and go, oh, y'all listen to that nigga. I don't like that. He gonna take Nahayala outside the class, right? He gonna go, listen, brother. I saw you listening to that nigga in there. You ain't gotta listen to nobody. Cause I don't listen to nobody. But then you catch him, you go, but I thought you just said you listen to the rosters. You listen to the 5%ers.
It's like, and he know exactly where the school like. He was like, oh, the one on so fast.
Everybody knows.
And I said, yeah. He was like, oh, I know where it's at.
Right.
So yeah, that's where I be at.
Right. Because he's a Christian. Right. And Christians do exactly what he does. They want everybody to just take from everybody. In the Christian church, I was in the Christian church. I was in the Church of Christ. In the Christian church, if I go to Bell Grove over here, Bell Grove Baptist Church, and I'm from Tucker Missionary Baptist Church, I go in there and I stand up and I go, hey, brothers. You know how they say, our visitors, please let us know who you are. Yeah, my name is Pete Rock. And I just came here today, but I usually go back to Tucker. You know what the Reverend gonna do? He's gonna grab the mic. He's gonna say, thank you for joining us today, brother. But we don't want to take nobody from Tucker. So make sure you go back down there with Reverend so-and-so. I know that brother well. And send him my regards. We don't take no Christians from nowhere else now. Right? Yeah. He's used to that. Everybody's used to that. That's 5%ers, Muslims, this Christian group, Black Panthers. Yeah, I take from everybody. You just go to different Christian churches every Sunday. It's the same thing. It's the same concept. And the reason why you can't stay in one place is because you're weak. It would be better for you just to stay down with them brothers. We tell that to brothers when they come here. You don't want to be here, brother? All right, shalom. And they get shocked. They get shocked. Like, what? Y'all don't want me to? No, I don't give a damn. Because you show me that you're strong if you're going to stand on something that you believe. I'd rather take that brother and he coming to the truth. Why? Because I know once he get this, he going to be solid. You feel what I'm saying? Okay? But when you go here, there, and there, you just like all the rest of the Christians, brother. That's all. And you can't take an order. You're so afraid to take an order. But the reason why you're afraid to take an order is because you rather take orders from everybody. That's a hoe. A hoe has sex with who? Everybody. A woman has sex with one man. That's why the Most High compared Israel to what? A woman. Right? When you start messing with this religion, going here and there and there, Israel became a hoe. Stop doing that. If that brother is listening, man, tell him, yo, man, you gotta stop doing that. That's stupid. Why would you do that? Because a hoe, you ever grow up with a female or sister, like y'all went to school together and you just seen her grow up, right? And then like over time, you just seen how the different men she did with you, like, damn, like that's crazy. She was with this geeky nigga over here. Remember the nigga who used to, yeah, what? Now she with this nigga, he's slinging bricks on the block. She was with the doctor. Wasn't he a doctor? She was with the cat that worked for the city. Remember the cat that worked? She will have sex with everybody. Because the Christianity teaches you that. Christianity teaches you, oh, I'm gonna learn something over here. I'm gonna learn something over there. That's why when they see the UPK and they see how solid this brother is, you take a brother from the UPK that's locked in, you be like, damn, this nigga really believed that. You see these niggas? Did you see that concert? That was their own rappers. I saw you too now, y'all. You watched the video. Y'all was there, and then I was rocking. They got their own rappers? Damn. Every rap song is One West and UPK. And damn, these niggas they locked in. They different. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, a lot of people don't join ISUPK because it's like it ain't easy just to join. You gotta change a lot of
Great point.
stuff. Like for me, when I text you earlier, I'm like, man, this test is a little hard. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna pass it. But I like it because it's a challenge.
Right. Don't try and hot. Give him a hand. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? They don't want this because it's difficult. But what is life? Who achieves something easy? Nobody. What is your point? Because of the imagination of Christianity has taught everybody that you just pray over it. Tomorrow gonna be a better day, brother. Sister, listen, you just work through it, it's gonna be all right. It's not. If we gave an easy test out, everybody would be in here. And what would happen? We would be weak. We would have everybody, drug dealers, everything wicked, hoes, everybody would just be weak. Because that's the Christian church. We don't want it to be weak. We don't want you to be weak. We don't want you to take it easy. It's going to be hard. You're changing your life. God damn. Take anybody who believes in anything. Right? I was talking about LeBron earlier. LeBron James grew up in a one-bedroom apartment in the projects with his mother and slept on the living room floor. The nigga is what, 6'8"? Sleeping on the goddamn floor? But every day he said what? Nah, this ain't gonna be me. Right or wrong? You seen him in high school? You see him balling in high school? Thank you, brother. Get a brother a hand. Our language. They call him the beast. The first picture that they took of him was him sitting in a room with lions. Because the nigga's a lion. They call him King James. That's another thing to show you King James is black. But I don't want to get into all that. He's a beast. Like the scripture says. But he had to work and fight. He could have been like everybody else in the projects with a single mom. She had him when she was 16. He could have said, I want to get this money right now. Right or wrong? He said, nah, man. This basketball about to take me everywhere. He got his whole family, all them brothers he played basketball with, they on some big, huge payroll. The water, yep. Go ahead. Yep.
Oh, he really like, I just like Sabiya and Nahar. Like, that's like my childhood friend. When I blew up, they're going to blow up.
Yes.
He ain't leave none of his friends behind. They ain't like one of those friends just dare to try to you can tell me anything, and they going to do it. They got their own business now.
Yeah.
They're doing their own thing now.
Right.
Off him.
And like you said, that's like you, Sabiya, and Nahar y'all. And where y'all going to be great at? In here. Y'all going to be great. Why? Because it's not easy. It's going to be hard. Go ahead, Al.
I said that like Charlamagne was saying. Like once, cause before we actually come into the truth, we looking, we seeking, we like, boom, we know this book is for us. But once y'all got into a funky school, like, oh, he got to bring us too. And that's what happened because we went from doing our own thing in the car, looking at everything else, to where we all here in the truth.
Right.
That's the most thing I mean.
And people don't understand. Y'all are going to be great in here, which means that y'all going to be great out there. Okay. Sharp from South Carolina, he just was in a rap contest in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn. This brother from South Carolina, he had a rap contest up here in Brooklyn. I know who Shaw is, right? Slacky, excuse my language. I love this song, man. Fuck that fucking job. We gonna be rich. That shit, I'm telling you, that's going double platinum. I don't. If 3 6 Mafia can win the Oscar for It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp, fuck that fucking job. We gonna be rich. Tell me that's not a hit, yo. Everybody gonna sing that. That should be on TikTok. Right or wrong? And made a little joke, like, you know what I'm saying? Your boss called you. And your boss is stressing you out, and you just fuck that fucking job. We gonna be just imagine that's gonna blow up. He's famous because he joined the UPK, and he won the rap contest in Brooklyn last night. Give him the land of Biggie, the land of AZ, huh? New York City. That's where rap started. He come from the middle of nowhere, South Carolina, got his zeal and that spirit put on him, and he's winning. He'll win rap contests everywhere. Captain Tazariot could debate anybody on any subject. He's going to win. Am I right or wrong? He's going to win. The Bible, women, men, everywhere. He's going to win because the Lord is with us. You brothers are going to be great because you fought through something that was hard, and it's meant to be hard. If it's easy, you need to go, damn, this is the wrong place. This is too easy for me. Something ain't right. All right? Okay. The water to y'all brothers, all right? Go back to the precept, Salakia.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord the Most High had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, have God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
Where is the apple at? There is no apple here. There is no apple. Remember, this book is written poetically. It's written in our language, how we think. First off, he's not supposed to be talking to her, and she's not supposed to be talking to him. Okay? But Satan knows that that's how you destroy or break something up. You go to the woman, who's the weaker vessel. Satan does that. Satan loves to go to Eve, which is the black woman, and ask her questions about what? Say the question again. Yay.
Yeah. Have God said, "You shall not eat of every tree of the garden"?
Hold up. God said you shouldn't eat of every tree of the garden? What type of question is he asking her? Nahayala?
He asking her about her man.
Very good,
The
but
authority,
not directly. Yeah, authority. Give me more.
the authority that the Most High put the man
Right? Because of what?
because of
What is he asking her? You're right. You got the man, authority. What's the authority from the man? What was set up?
the law.
There you go.
And the man told the woman to follow. So he's quite like questioning you. You listen to your man. You believe what he said because he said God said.
And what this brother just brought up about being easy and hard. It's hard to keep the laws. So you mean to tell me you can only eat over here? What does eat mean? No, y'all.
We use it multiple times when I say like in the streets. I'm eating.
What does it mean?
I mean, I'm like I'm getting something.
Thank you.
I'm getting money.
Thank you.
That's
You're
why-
living.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's
Yep.
why when I'm eating.
You're producing. Right. You're scoring. You're living. You're making money. This is how you live. So whenever you see eat there, he's talking to her about, oh, you can only eat over here. He went to the weaker vessel to say, oh, that's how y'all live? Oh, come on, man. Ain't this the oldest trick in the book? If a cat want to holler at another man's woman, oh, that's all the money he made. Wait, y'all took a trip to Florida? Not Dubai? Men approach women who are in the ISUPK and I'm talking about outside of here, and they approach women that are married to brothers in the ISUPK. And you know what they try to use? Oh, you gotta cover your head? You gotta dress like that? You can't smoke? Don't smoke no weed? You used to smoke weed? What? What are you teaching y'all? White man is the devil. Come on now. Don't he go to work for a white man? That's this right here. That's this right here. Sabayah, break it down.
Even like, especially like nowadays, for like, if you talk about like even us, we said like, we talk like to our red show, we don't celebrate Christmas,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving,
Right.
you know, even with the when they push on the children, even and the people the LGBTQ family, you was born this way, or you was born they, or whatever it is they say nowadays.
Yeah.
Everything like how y'all said, going against the law. Or you can eat swine if you pray on it. You know, you can eat crab, shrimp, and lobster if you pray over it.
Yeah.
Or you could, even with the other doctrines, whether it's the Quran, you know, these other astrology, Egyptology, whatever it is. You could like Shalman was saying, the Jake in the world, he learned from all these other trees, all these other gardens, trying to put it all together for one.
Perfect, brother. Yep. Absolutely. Brother bringing out something heavy. He gonna try to make you think of all this other stuff. Like, oh, you ain't gotta worry about that. That ain't very serious. They want her to feel as if she's not living a life. I'm showing this clip. I'm about to show the all-black party. Because they think when they see the ISUPK Hebrew Israelite, they looking at us and they going, oh, them sisters can't have fun. Those brothers don't have no fun in it. I don't mind if I show a little bit, right?
Come on.
Okay. To show that we eat in here, that we live. Good in here. Look at that. Look at that. And these was brothers and sisters from all different parts of life that would not like each other, couldn't stand each other, would want to kill each other. Right or wrong, right? Look at this all black party.
The first artist on this evening is my man. What's happening?
See the sisters in there? There's women in there. The whole front row is sisters. You know what's in them cups? Wine, beer. You know what I ate there? Wings. What we had? Different types of wings. Made and cooked by sisters. Go ahead.
I had grilled wings, fried wings.
Thank
and
you.
I had
Thank you. We had a good time, man. Yeah, look at the Ayala right there. Oh, Salakia.
Whoa. Getting right, I'm a UPK nigga.
Had a good time.
You damn right, I'm a UPK nigga. Straight out of one west, no contest. We the best to the niggas who's living, trying to continue with stress, going through the test. No rights, because you slaves. Niggas is dying off in ways. Now it's
Another sentence, judge off of life, and now you missing pages, got me missing out on hope. Missing payments in your list, steady broke.
Oh, yeah, I just up. Some shirt, really, some pants on.
Really closest when it really hurt.
These niggas ain't getting money. What is you talking about? They looking good. They think we in here just all just depressed and sad. Yes, sir. And this, so they're gonna come to the sisters. Y'all gotta believe in all that. Somebody told me, right? My brother had brought me onto the Instagram on his live, and the topic came up because the sister was there about a man buying his woman drinks, and the brothers is like, "Yeah, get them drinks and clown and finesse that nigga out of his drinks." And and just show how he's so stupid. I said, nigga, my woman ain't having no drink with nobody. What? This nigga, blah, 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 blah. I said, nah, man, because you don't want a woman to have a man on the back burner, do you, brother? Well, brother, I want her to have her freedom. The sister even said it. She said, no, women do be playing men, putting them on in the friend zone or the back burner. The brother is right. Azaniah is right. And then the brother starts saying, but we want our women to have freedom. You see that? So they think we don't have no freedom in here, which is, we ain't gonna have no fun. You join the UPK. Who said that you couldn't come over here and do that? Right? Because he's weak. He don't like this lifestyle. Why? Because he want to be a snake with the snakes. You don't care about that woman. You think the serpent killed about the woman? He didn't give a damn. He was ready to destroy. He doing his job. Come take y'all up out of here. Go ahead.
It's a lot. It's crazy that even like you said, this book right here, which is like thousands of years ago, like 3,000 years ago, or something like that. But like you said today, today we still like somebody do some snake jump, man. He a snake, man.
Yeah, that's what the brother said right before you walked in the door.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same. And I think the Haryala said it in this class, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because it is practical. It's practiced because this is how you live. It's still the same. This book is still in existence. It's forever. Go ahead.
Would Christopher Columbus be like an example as a serpent?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. For everything that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
UPK in the building, make some noise.
Y'all see this? I thought that was me, right? You on the stage? I thought it was me. I'm like, that's you on the stage. You all this is like. Go ahead. Yeah. The young man. Had a good time.
This niggas get built like that. When you ain't built like that. You niggas ain't built like that.
It's an Ephraim mic right there. A good time.
You was never on the block, you ain't never dodging knock. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the park. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the
All the sides there. Goodness. Look at the sister. That's how I was red. That's my sister. Y'all see this? Y'all see the mask? Somebody got on my Facebook when I posted this, brother. This was Sadak. I didn't know who it was until I got back. And I found out, oh, Sadak was under that joint. I didn't know he wore a spiked out tuxedo with the mask. His sister got on there and said, she wasn't with us. She said, I don't know, that seems real dark and scary. Don't seem like righteousness. The light in the way. Do you know we got killers in here? Righteous killers. The mask fit perfectly. When I see y'all mom put this joint on, I loved it. Like, yo. Because we are the streets. We the hood. This is fine. We are military. This is all righteous, man. Look. The sister on the stage, man. She wasn't twerking and naked. She clothed all the way down to her feet. But our sisters don't have a good time.
It's a lockman. So
She on the stage with her husband.
to her toes.
To her toes. Having a good time with her brothers. Ain't no brother up here thinking about her sexually or assaulting her or plotting on her. UPK, that's where it's at, man. Your rib is my sister. That's it. She up here with killers. Yeah, my God. With brothers that will Die for her. And we having a great time. A blast. Go ahead, Sabriya.
I'm trying to think on this. I'm thinking what you're saying about the sisters. I forgot what brother it was on the it was a status on Facebook. They said, I see your red as like a they said like a yellow star.
Oh yeah. He said a yellow starburst. I was like, what? Because I wouldn't touch it. Yeah. We had a good time, man. What is y'all talking about? We had a good time. Everybody. I'm looking, right? Because I had turned around, I had got me a beer, came back. I'm looking, I'm like, where Kevin Cobb? This is track. I'm looking like, where he at? Our rappers in the crowd with him. We for real, man. Trinidad. Make it in there. This is all over the place. We had a good time. Don't let Satan tell you that you ain't supposed to be where you're supposed to be with the most high told you.
When you get that and you make that bomb, brothers and sisters, it is one of the most valuable things you could ever have in your life.
No way.
See, where the mix at? There you go.
Okay.
Let me explain something you won't always know and understand. That these generals walked with me when nobody would. You see them all? I can't be a general.
All right, man, we had a good time. I just wanted to show you all that, man. Okay? Absolutely. All right? So he going to try to get in her mind to say, oh, you can't do that? Well, you can't do that. When the can't do's is what allows you to live and enjoy life. Why are so many brothers out here depressed and destroyed? They say black men have the highest rate of suicidal thoughts now than anybody on the planet. Why do you think these sisters are so alone and single all the damn time? Because they don't have anybody telling them no. Boundaries allow you to live, have a productive life. All right? So you're not supposed to eat, live off these other trees. The other trees represent what? Shalom. Very good. Give me more though. A tree will produce a fruit of its own kind. So each tree represents what?
Life.
No. You was right with men. I'm just looking for another word. The Lord say, they will eat off of this tree and only this tree. Don't eat off of this tree.
Basically, listen.
You said men. You were right.
Listen to somebody over here and listen to somebody over there.
Right. So what is that tree called? What would that tree be?
What kind of knowledge or something like that?
Very good. I don't know. Y'all might be, if y'all younger, might be younger than me. Might not know. We used to have encyclopedias, right? The encyclopedia, before the internet, it was just like, you would have a bookshelf. Ours was in the basement. Or somebody would have it somewhere in their house. You would have a set of encyclopedia books. It'd be like A through Z. On every encyclopedia that I've ever seen in my life, I always had a picture of a tree. because that's where you're going to get this tree. This is why they came up with the fruit, it being an apple. Okay, that's why they say forbidden fruit comes off of a tree. So how you eat is how you live. How you live comes from this philosophy or religion or nation. Hold your separate. Hold your peace. So you'll have different religions and philosophies. All right. That's why they talk about it being a fruit. And came up with Apple. And Apple, that's why Apple, Microsoft, has their theme as an apple. And that apple is what? Bitten. Because they feel they're giving everybody knowledge. You see? Okay, that's where that concept came from, but it's just poetic language. Food for thought. When Jay-Z got a line, he said, food for thought. You eat off the plate. Or no, I eat off the plate. You do the dishes. He said something like that. Okay? Because of what you eat sustains your life. That's how you live. That's your culture, your identity, your philosophy, your religion. All these nations have their own. That's why the Lord said, you stay right here. That's why he keeps talking about it being in the garden. Remember, we broke down the garden? Right. You don't mix onions and tomatoes on the same plot of land. You can't do that. They'll fight each other. A vegetable will fight each other. Fight another vegetable for the sunlight, for the water. They'll wrap the vines around the other thing to kill it and choke it off. It'll literally do that. Go ahead.
That's why, like, when I was drinking, I used to help my aunt do her garden. That's why you had to do it in like rows. Like,
yes.
It had to be a certain inches from each other.
Yes. Yep. Perfect. The Lord set that up with human beings. Okay. So the serpent, a man, an Edomite, before there was Edomites, this is the same spirit, came over, a wicked man came over to her and was like, hey, listen. Nah, come over here. All right. Okay, keep going. I'm gonna finish it up.
Verse 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden.
We may what?
And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden.
Keep going.
Verse 3. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall we touch it, lest ye die.
Lest ye what?
Lest ye die.
Lest ye what?
Lest ye die.
I want y'all to hear what this serpent says. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die.
He knew what she was going to say. She said, we're going to die if we eat that. If we live that way, we'll die. He said, you ain't going to die. People eat this and they don't die. What is that? Some of y'all.
Manipulate.
Right. What is he saying?
Sort of like how
that they'll say today.
Oh, I can eat pork.
Very good. Or what else?
Or I could celebrate their holidays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could own like the LGBTQ.
Right.
Make all the laws.
Right. You can get you a better man.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna die. That ain't adultery. You just trying to live life. You're trying to find out who you are. Mm-hmm. Brother, you can go get a Chinese woman. You just try and find out who you love. Mm-hmm. Everything gotta be boundaries. Love is blind. Love sees no color. Love is just open. You can eat that pork. You can eat that. You ain't going to die. Do you die? How, some of y'all? Because Satan going to ask you this question. It's going to come up at camp. It's going to come up in class. And they're going to say, you ain't going to die. How do you die? Go ahead.
Pretty much, in the high y'all bring up the scripture 147 and Psalms 147, 19, 20.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get judged
Right.
by the Most High. And like when we went through slavery, whether now we look outside and see what our people going through. Our people
That's it.
they done.
Perfect, brother. We in hell.
Mm-hmm.
We are dead. They don't think that you dead, man. I have crack addicts in my family. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I don't know if y'all know. That family member is dead. Am I right or wrong? They want to die, man. They don't want to live like that. But they can't help it. Because somebody told them, you ain't going to die. It's to make you feel good. It's to make you feel better. So take away that pain. You ain't going to die. You dead. Any drug, you name it. Marijuana. I know people that's marijuana and they dead. They really think it's freeing them, but they dead. You know you ain't supposed to be having sex with this woman because she a hoe. You ain't supposed to be dealing with these trash women, but you doing it. And you ain't dead, but you dead. All right or wrong. Excuse my language. You done having sex with the hoe. And the first thing you say is, damn, I can't believe I was with this nasty bitch. Right or wrong? Because you dead. You filthy. A woman, think about a woman. She knows she ain't supposed to do this and that. She dead. And he convinces her, nah, you ain't gonna die. Somebody had their hand up?
Basically, sort of like how even with the Megan Thee Stallion, once they brought out court,
good point.
You know what I mean? She was embarrassed. And then when the monkeypox came, it hit people like.
You know what? I thought about Megan Thee Stallion because a picture popped up of her, right? And she was embarrassed and crying and ashamed. But our people are so destroyed that they'll have that moment or that time where they like, damn, I'm horrible. This is wrong. But then they'll just go right back. A picture of Megan Thee Stallion, she just had her hair out. Like, it was natural. It was a face shot. And I'm like, sister is pretty. But Megan Thee Stallion, after hearing that and seeing all that disgusting trash about herself, all these rappers done ran through her, and they went through the explicit details in court. How she was blowing rod, and you think what baby say? Something like, you think she was shaking like that on nobody on stage? That's what she was putting on me. I mean, just imagine that. And then 2 months later, she wanted to do her same disgusting rap song and shake her behind all over again. And it's good you said Megan Thee Stallion, because that came out. And who else did she who else did she talk about when that came out? She was embarrassed for herself and who? Shalama? Her man. What did her man say? Does anybody remember? This is Adam right here. What did her man say? You know what Party said? What's my man name? What's the brother name? Partisan. He writes. He can write. He be writing for people. People don't even know. Drake don't. Drake owe that nigga a lot of money. That's why Party is rich. He writes Drake's music. He can write some music. You know what the brother said? We shouldn't treat women like that. Specifically black women. They shouldn't have brought that up in court. We need to protect women. Lock up Tory Lanez. What did Adam do? After Eve did what she wasn't supposed to do, came back to Adam, what happened? Thank you. He followed her. You know what Party should have said? Maggie, that's disgusting. I can't believe this. This is horrible. When the microphones got to his face and them cameras, he should have said, we need to raise our women to stop living like this. Megan wants, I mean, not Megan. Yeah, Megan want to change her life. We're going to write new songs for her. We're going to change this. We ain't doing that. There's so many women, girls that look up to Megan Thee Stallion. We're going to change this whole image. Megan would have came out and said, no, I don't want to do that. I want to keep shaking my ass on some thought shit, shaking my ass. And get his peace, bitch. I'm out. But he was Adam in that moment. A weak Jake. He can't get another woman? He can't? How tall is he, Zion?
Who?
Pardon. Remember he played basketball.
What Chris Brown?
Yeah.
He's
6'8"?
No, shorter.
6'4"? 6'6". The brother 6'6". A songwriter. A millionaire. He can tell. Go on in. He fell just like Adam. That's what we should learn this lesson. Right here. Okay? There ain't no imagination. It's the same thing. You know, niggas snake niggas out in the streets. Right or wrong? Okay? Right? Wicked men go to the women when they man ain't around. Whispering in her ear, oh, what? He said, what? You can't do this. Damn. You can't even cook what you want to cook. Cook anything with me. But it tastes amazing. You can't smoke no more. You can't smoke a little bit. Man, shalom. Peace, sis. Women that left me, they contact back after years and say, what? You know what? You was right. That was right or wrong? Yeah. Because of them rules, though. Like you said, them rules, oh wait, she can't stand them rules. What? No birthdays. Oh my gosh. What is it, Nahayala? Is it the cake? Because the cake is good, but you can have that cake. Didn't we have that cake yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we have that cake at last week?
Bread.
That was a cake that people would make for their birthday. Mm-hmm. You can have it all the time. God damn, it's the cake, Nahayala. What you was about to say?
And it's the worship from the world.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like when she ate the fruit.
So you can't have somebody say how great you are without it being your birthday? In the UPK, we do. Don't we? Talk about brothers and sisters all the time. Huh? Well, oh, it's getting us drinks. Because you get lit on your birthday. That's the time you get lit. You good. You have all the drinks. Everybody buy you a drink. Do you know where you at? In One West? Do they understand? We'll buy a bottle just because it's Wednesday, nigga. We all sharing it and having a good time. Better be a feast day. We're going to have 3, 4, 5 bottles in here. And everybody done drunk, everyone. We good. Right or wrong? There was one brother in the corner over here. I ain't never seen him before. And Shalimar pouring drinks. He said, Kev, you want something? The brother said, I'll take some. Someone said, Kev, we going to get something to drink. So make sure the brother get a drink too. Someone said, all right. Give him a drink. Why? Because we're going to drink. It's fine. You don't have to do that just because it's your birthday. Right or wrong? Because somebody sings songs to me. That just sounds so stupid. You want to dance? We was all dancing. And then, after that, didn't we go to the club till 6 in the morning? Some of y'all? Then you see brothers with their ribs on the dance floor? Dancing. Right or wrong? Shalimar laughing. Right or wrong? It was people. It was us, UPK in here, and they dancing.
I thought so. I was asleep.
Right.
can't do no more.
This brother in the club. Who the hell does that? Never in my life would I go, damn, I'm in the club. I can go to sleep. You out of your goddamn mind. You know how many times I fell asleep once at the Southwest Community Center when I was 11. I woke up missing my $3 from my pocket. I said, I will never fall asleep nowhere ever again. These niggas robbed me. You went to sleep where? In the club. I was standing right there. I'm dancing. I look over. I'm like, my man sleep. My man was out. He got tapped on his knees like, Kwame Asiraba. You know why? Because he's with his brothers, man. He's not going to get robbed. He's not going to have to fight. He ain't going to have to do none of that. We family.
Right I woke up, still have my chain on my neck.
Yep. Thank you. Everything. You see, Satan wants you to believe that this tree in this garden, you got to leave it because you ain't going to have no fun. Oh, you know what, too? You know who came with me but never came in? Zion, the captain over Minnesota, Minneapolis. The brother with the raspy voice, cool brother. He in the back seat. I'll pull up and like, all right, we ready to rock. Come on, brothers. And then I'm like, Cap, should we? I go, let the brother chill, man. He good. Everybody in this parking lot is UPK. That brother slept there. Do you know how amazing that is? I said the brother out there, just go check on the brother, see if he all right. Checked on him, came back. Oh, he good. He's still knocked out. How great that is, man. To be underneath this banner, to be in this garden, this tree. Okay, go ahead. Go. Your birthday, you right. Shaquilla Robinson. I remember that name. She paid the tickets for all of her friends to go to Mexico with her on her birthday. And her friends murdered her and recorded it. Happy birthday. And they still ain't solved the case. I wish Shaquilla Robinson was in the UPK. We would have took care of that sister. She got her a man. She would fought that man and said, oh, I want to keep birthdays. And he said, no, you got to keep no birthday. And she would have been there with us at Passover, having a damn good time at the all-black party. Right or wrong? Ain't no sister going to hit her. And they still ain't bring out if that was a transgender. They still don't want to bring that out. The FBI said, no, we don't even want to do the investigation no more. Closed case. I think that was a transgender because they know if they bring that out, it's a wrap. Black people going to turn now. The transgender went over to that school in Nashville a couple weeks ago, shot the whole school up. But nobody talk about that no more. The next day, it was like forgotten news. Go ahead.
It's a lot, man. I think they do that because they don't want nobody to fake hate the don't want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why.
I thought she was going to. Well, I don't know what it was. I thought they was going to had to go back to Mexico for that.
But because they were U.S. citizens,
they dropped it.
The FBI, the CIA, the president, they can intervene because you're a U.S. citizen. If a crime happens to you in another country because of your citizenship, they can. You know who did that? You know how that happened? Swaggy P.
Oh yeah.
On Syracuse University or Lemoyne College. Y'all remember that? Remember Jake set up a drug deal with him? Mm-hmm. Boom, got him, robbed him, popped him, murdered him. Mm-hmm. China. The president of China wrote a letter to Syracuse University. If you don't solve this case, if this Chinese citizen does not, Swaggy P thought he was a nigga. He in China, Chinese boy, kung fu every morning, eating pig knuckles. Confucius gets sent over here to go to school. He driving a Benz, wearing mink furs and bumping rap music, getting high as hell, selling drugs. He gets murdered. The next day, China sends a letter to Syracuse University. If y'all don't solve this crime and bring justice, blah, blah, blah. This was a Chinese citizen. The next day, what happened? They caught him.
Him and the people that was.
Everybody. A nigga that he knew. And when the sister dies in Mexico, you see, nothing. It's a closed case. Why? Because we go into other trees. When those nations take care of their people, and we the nation that wants to go to the other people. It don't work like that. Psalms 147. You know what I'm saying? So when we break that law, it affects us more. Swaggy P can be a Chinese immigrant and think that he what's the China Mac? Yeah, he China Mac, black. He's saying nigga every other word. I was like, why they don't slap the shit out of this Chinese motherfucker? Right. Saying nigga, you ain't black. Well, I grew up in the hood and I was in prison. I was on Rikers Island. I sell drugs. And China Mac will not sell drugs to his people. Swaggy P was not selling drugs to his people. They're going to take care of their own. It's time for us to take care of ours. That's what the scripture is all about. Women, listen to your man. Don't listen to somebody creeping up on you. Okay? Let's be smarter than that. That's why we in the condition we in. And men, stand up to your woman to do what's right. Always keep the law. Stay with your nation. And just don't think that you don't have fun being righteous. All right. Yaquatazai, I got you. I got your precept. All right. We're going to go over that next time. Okay. So Salaki about that. Okay. And with that, I pass the class over to Priest and Officer Nahar Yahweh.
Security announcements. We had our ISUPK started out at 1 West, 135th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership of Commander General Yohana. Rule for new brother and sister. When the new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, mean 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
What's next?
Feast of First Fruits.
Yes.
Feast of First Fruits.
We'll get the date for
Once
it.
we get more information on it, we'll let the Akim and Akwafim know. Remind Akim and Akwa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. With that being said, Imajum Shabbat, Imajum Barak, Yahweh.
Sorry for the sisters.
Sorry for the salute to the sisters. Imajum Shabbat, Imajum Barak, Yahweh Shema, Yahweh. Hazamatan, class dismissed.
Yep.